ceiling for you. Knew it from the start, there was no limit to you. And I'm catching feelings, baby. You give me feels and I know that.
Hey beauty babes, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ivy D and I'm here to talk all things beauty. For those of you who are new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you can become a part of the Beauty Babe gang. I am very excited by today's video today because today is the first video where I'm gonna actually talk all things beauty with you guys instead of just hair related beauty things. Yeah, you guys have been asking for tutorials on my makeup looks, so this is gonna be the first one. I'm going to preface this video by saying I am no expert. I feel like as women, we kind of all sort of learn to do our makeup in ways that work for us and for our face shapes and in ways that make us happy, and so I'm no different. I do my makeup the way I like to do it. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, so please bear with me. I'm going to try to edit it to keep it short. But here we go. So the first thing that I like to do is moisturize my lips. I got this from my beauty supply. This is Pot O Miracle, and this is what it looks like. And as I said, I just got this at my beauty supply. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, take some of that. And this does work beautifully. Next, I like to use a primer. I use a hydrating primer. This is by NYX and it's the Hydra Touch primer. And it comes in the blue little tube like this. So after I've done that, the first makeup-y step I do is my brows. So I'm just gonna comb them out. Yes, this is an edge brush. Don't know why I use it, but that's what I use. I use eyeshadow to fill my brows in. So some of you might be like, what? But it's just what I like. So I use the 35C Morphe palette. And I will show you the brushes that I use as well. And these are actually Morphe brushes as well. Well, these two are. So I use the Morphe PK45 brush, which is like a thicker kind of angled brush. And then I use the Morphe M432 brush, which is just like a flat liner brush, just like a flat brush that's on the, and this is just like a flat brush that's on the thin side, and this helps me to shape the brow after I've filled it in. This brush is like a smaller version of the PK45 brush. So I'll put them side by side and hopefully you can see those. But this one is just like a smaller version of this one, and it's a little bit stiffer. So it kind of helps to kind of like fine-tune things a little bit. If I need to add a little more powder here or there, it helps me to do that because it's a little bit smaller. So I'm gonna go in, and in the Morphe palette, I use this shade here and this shade here. And I kind of just mix the two. And then I go in and start to fill these guys in. And so once I've got my initial kind of shape, I grab this little thing. This was like a cover to a pack of eyelashes, and I just use it as like a mixing palette. And I'm gonna take MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, and I'm gonna take like a little drop of that and plop that down. And then I like to take the Pro Longwear concealer in the shade NC42, and I just drop a teeny bit of that. When it's like laying on its side, it acts temperamental, but I'm gonna go ahead and mix. And then I take that M432 brush and I start kind of high up like this because I don't want to get too close to the brow with too much product because it will be obviously too thick. And we don't want that, so. And this part is the easy part. You just kind of carve out that brow. The first brow is the easy part. The second brow is kind of like the crapshoot, where it's either gonna look great or you're gonna end up just wiping the whole thing away and starting over. So we'll see how it goes. And then I take this brush. This is like a very, very large pencil brush. And it's by e.l.f. It doesn't have a name. If it did, I wore it off. Because a lot of the e.l.f. brushes that I have are ones that I bought back when they were still $1. So they've been around for a while, but they've lasted me. And this brush is great because it kind of takes like a little bit of effort just to wipe all of that in and blend it in nicely. So it doesn't take too much effort at all. And so I like to use this one for that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the other brow. And this is what I mean when I say like I use this for precision. I'm gonna go in with a little bit and just kind of round this out a little bit because I feel like it needs to have a little more here on the edge. And now I'm gonna go in and I'm going to carve out the bottom. That part's kind of the easy part. It doesn't take a whole lot of effort. I'm going in with that precision brush and just filling in a little teeny bit with the other one. And once I have a good shape on them, this is kind of the part where I go in and see where they look a little different and like go in and kind of fix it up. I learned a long time ago, you know, eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins, so I don't force that. I kind of have learned to leave well enough alone and just be happy with, you know, the differences in my brows. So I don't stress it too much anymore. There is, you know, it does bother me every now and then, but you know, I've just kind of learned to go with it a little and let the brows kind of be brows. This I am happy with. They're fine. I do have a little trick that I do to kind of set my brows, but I do that at the end of my face. So we're gonna keep it moving. Next, what I do is I take that concealer that I just used to create and shape my brow, and I dip that brush that I was using, that really big pencil brush, and I use that to apply the rest of that to my lid. And this is gonna be like the base for my eyeshadow. So I just get a good amount on there, push it into the skin instead of swiping. And then I kind of take this big fluffy EcoTools brush. This is the Precision Foundation brush. And I kind of just smooth that out. And then I take that same brush. This is IT Cosmetics powder. And this is in the shade Tan. And I take that and apply it to my lid to help set that foundation. And excuse my nails, guys. I'm in a natural phase. I had a really horrific experience with my last set of acrylics. My nails were just getting weaker and weaker and weaker, and one day I hit my nail the wrong way, and I kid you not, sis, my entire nail lifted from the nail bed. I know y'all are sitting there like, oh my god, yeah. It was horrifying and so painful. So I am no longer doing acrylics, never again. I'm in a natural phase where I'm just letting my nails breathe and grow on their own. But I'm in the very beginning of that natural stage, so they're looking a little rough, but I'm letting them live because I don't want to experience that kind of pain ever again, and I was just over it after that. So excuse my rough looking nails. And now we have our eye base. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the eyeshadow that we're gonna do. The funny thing is I never really decided what we were gonna do. I'm going to take this pretty Too Faced Rich palette. This is what it looks like. And this is the front. And I'm taking the shade Fancy That, and I'm gonna go in and just kind of use that as my like base color. And I'm gonna let you guys know right now, I have hooded eyes, so my technique is for people with hooded eyes. And it kind of allows me to maximize my lid space. So one of the first things that I do is when I'm applying a crease color, I kind of focus it here and here. And I try to leave this space a little bit open, but I start my color pretty high up because I've got to maximize all the space that I have on my lid. And then I'm gonna go over that with It's Cashmere just to kind of keep it light at the top. I'm gonna use Oh That's Rich from this palette, and then I'll probably switch to the next. And Oh That's Rich is gonna go right here. I'm using the same brush, and this brush is a Moda Pro brush, and this is the BMX 430 crease brush. Now I'm going to take I'm gonna take a Freak Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to take Darkar, which is this like really deep sienna burnt orange kind of color, and I'm going to kind of lay that in this area. I like to use I use P. Louise a lot, but lately I just picked this up, and this is kind of like a dupe for P. Louise. This is Revolution's Cut Crease Canvas, and it looks like this. They say on the packaging that you can use the brush. Let me tell you, you cannot use this. This is right out of the, you cannot use this to cut your crease. Please don't try to use this to, it's not focusing, to cut your crease. That's not happening. What I do is I just take out a little bit, take out the applicator, mind you, and I just dab a little bit onto my little thing. And this is plenty to cut your crease. Or at least it's plenty for me to cut mine. And then I take a flat brush. And this is by Wet n Wild, actually. And it's from their white and pink, that white and pink collection they have. And this is like a little bit dirty, so don't mind it. But it's just a flat, very thin, flat kind of eyeshadow brush. And so I just get this in the product really well. I don't know if you can see me doing this. And then I kind of put it on the back of my hand and like really get the product into the brush. Okay, so I have cut my crease in this kind of like butterfly kind of cut. It's half cut, so it's not all the way across. And what I'm gonna do now is grab a really thick, fluffy kind of brush, something that's going to really pick up the color. And I'm gonna grab a ton of this Aya color right here, which is this beautiful bright yellow. And I'm gonna really grab that. And I'm going to pop that over. And I'm pulling it out a little bit because I'm going to blend that orange that we have down back on top of that. And now I'm taking that orange shade, and I'm using that to kind of blend over the lines of the yellow to kind of create a smooth gradient. We don't want any harsh lines. And I'm gonna just deepen up my outer corner a little bit. I'm gonna take Cameroon from the Freak palette and pop that in the outer corner here. Next step is going to be eyeliner. But before I do that, I'm going to clean up my eyes a little bit, I just keep this Wet n Wild liquid makeup remover and a cotton pad next to me. This is what I keep on my makeup, on my vanity here. And this just easily allows me to clean up. I'm going to take this NYX Vinyl Liquid Liner and line my eyes. So that's really all I do for eyeliner. Okay, so as you may be able to tell, I have finished my liner. It is completely dry, and I have added some lashes to the look. The glue is still drying. I use the white duo glue. I don't like the glue that dries black, because more often than not, I am not wearing eyeliner, and I don't like that it dries black when you're not wearing eyeliner, because it looks odd. It looks kind of messy, so in my opinion. Unless you're trying to use the glue to create a line, then you know, you could do that. I've done that before, but I just prefer the white glue. So it's still a little white because it's drying, but we're gonna move on to the face. So the first thing I like to do is kind of liven my face up, freshen my face up a little bit again, and give myself a little glow. So I use the Fix Plus Gold Light Spray. Smells amazing, and I spray that all over my face very generously and then dry my face. I have a fan, but I need to charge it again. All right, and I'm going to take Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, and I'm going to apply that to my face. I don't do this in any special way. I literally kind of just let it fall on my cheeks. I don't use this on anyone else, so I'm not worried about like sanitation issues or anything like that. And then I take this e.l.f. Powder brush and kind of tap this into my face. And this is the Superstay Better Skin by Maybelline. And I'm only putting this powder in places where I want extra coverage and places that I want to set. I'm not done with this area under my eye, so I'm not applying it there. I take Revolution in C8, and I just kind of use this to brighten up this under eye area. And then I take my sponge here. This is a Real Techniques Beauty Blending Sponge. And I don't wet the whole thing. I actually take my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I will spray the top of the sponge. I usually cover, kind of tap it, let the water, or the product rather, soak into the sponge. And then I will go ahead and use that sponge to tap this Revolution foundation into my skin here. And then I take that same IT Cosmetics powder. I'll either use that or Dermablend translucent powder. Today I'm just going to take the IT and just tap that into those areas. And I'm going to contour my face. I use the Shapeshifter palette by Urban Decay. I'm going to use my PK Morphe brush, PK4 Morphe brush, if I can find, here it is. My PK4 Morphe brush. It's dirty because I just did my makeup this morning. I didn't have time to wash my brushes, so. Alrighty, we are wrapping things up. I'm gonna take my blush. This is Raisin by MAC. And we're looking pretty good. Last step, I'm gonna take this tiny fluffy blending brush. This is M562 by Morphe. And I'm going to take my Afrique palette, the Juvia's Place, and I'm taking Cameroon, and I'm gonna just add that underneath my lash line. And then I'm gonna take my Chocolate Bar palette by Too Faced. This was the original Chocolate Bar. And I'm gonna take the shade, Malted, which is this shade right here. So I'm almost done. I'm gonna take my setting spray by Urban Decay, and I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna take a teeny bit more of my Fix Plus Gold Light, and I'm gonna spray that mostly in this area. And then before that has completely dried down, I'm going to add a highlight. I'm taking the Desert Oasis palette by BH Cosmetics, and that has a whole host of highlights right here in this area. So I'm going to take the highlight, which is Mirage, and I'm just going to dust a little bit of that on while my face is still a teeny bit damp. And then I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter. All right, now I'm seriously almost done. Last couple of steps. I'm going to take care of my lips. I'm going to add some mascara, and I'm going to straighten up my brows a little. I kind of just want to keep my lips simple. I'm honestly just going to add this Clinique product. I can't remember what this is called. I'm going to take Monsieur Big by Lancome in the waterproof version, and I'm going to add that to my lower lashes. Okay, beauty babes, that concludes my first tutorial, makeup tutorial rather. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, want to know more about any products I used, or you know, would like to see any other kind of look, please let me know down in the comments. Let me know if you would like to see more of these types of videos. And yeah, also if you would like to see a review on this unit, this is Vivia, and I just posted a review on this unit, so I will post the link down in the description box below. And I am also giving this unit away for the next giveaway that I'm doing. It's this unit, but it's in the color FF Warm Brown. And I was gonna do a review on this unit, like I bought it to review, but the color is sold out everywhere. So I realized, oh, okay, this is a color that people really want. So I figured this would be great to do, excuse me, as a giveaway. So this is the next giveaway that I'm doing. If you would like to enter, check out the rules in the description box down below. And on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this video. Like I said, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the description box below. My name is Ivy D. I'm here to talk all things beauty, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Oh, you got me falling from the ceiling for you. Knew it from the start there was no limit to you. And now I'm catching feelings, baby.